In this lesson, we're going to talk about teamwork as part of principles of business. So stay tuned. So what is teamwork? Teamwork is the process of a diverse group of individuals pooling their resources and skills to work together to achieve a common goal. The basic teams, for example, in school, your teacher might place you in groups of 5 to work on a particular project. By this, you each have to pool your skills, abilities, and knowledge by working together and achieving this common goal of trying to obtain a high grade. So we have several acronyms for team. We can say T for together, E for everyone, A for achieves, and M for more. So together, everyone achieves more. Then we have total, efforts from all members, only if there is teamwork. Changing nature of the workplace. So before World War II, and I'm just tracking back some history here for you, the United States was on top of the manufacturing country, was the top manufacturing country in the world. After the war, products were in such demand that they were not concerned about product quality. This lax attention to quality began to hurt American industry. During the 1980s, American manufacturers were being outproduced by manufacturers in foreign countries, and particularly Japan. Analysts determined that Japanese firms had a competitive advantage because they used work teams to increase their productivity. Big word here, work teams. Okay? The Japanese people now work together to achieve what they wanted. They work in teams to increase their productivity. Two popular approaches to teamwork came forward in business at the time, and these were total quality management, or TQM, and quality circles, which resulted from the study. Let's look at total quality management, TQM. TQM encourages team leaders to constantly look for ways to reduce errors and to improve product quality, hence the name, total quality management. It teaches team members to measure the effect of their improvements and to check the accuracy of their work. This brought about quality circles, which bring team members together on a regular basis to discuss the workflow or how the workflow might be improved to increase quality. So total quality management is something that is still used in firms today, that is encouraged widely in firms today in terms of working together, or a group of people working together. The main thing is to achieve quality. Total quality management defined by 4 cornerstones. Customer satisfaction, so we measure quality based on customer feedback, based on their satisfactory levels. Continuous improvement, so we maintain our total quality by always improving. Leaving room for improvement is a good start. By empowerment, so we empower our team and members of our team to make sure that they always work at their best. The last one, teamwork. So we can't have quality without a group of people working productively together. Let's look at empowerment. The sense of satisfaction that comes with managing and controlling your own work. So let's say I did well in a presentation at work, and my boss increases my salary because I presented so well. This brings me a sense of empowerment or satisfaction. With empowerment comes authority, responsibility, and accountability. There are benefits of teamwork. Class brainstorm benefits. Share with class. Teams encourage employees to think more creatively and to take more pride in their work. Employees who are proud of what they do tend to make fewer errors because then once they are proud, tends to show that they like what they do. So they do it at the best of their ability. Employees who are satisfied with their jobs tend to stay with their companies longer. And the sense of empowerment that comes from working on a successful team is what is the major benefit of teamwork. As a rule, teams reach better and more creative decisions than one particular individual. Working as a group forms synergy. Team members are more likely to make plans, work when they are involved in decision-making process. So let's say in work, I am a director and I want to make this big change. But instead of me deciding how it is done by myself, I included all the staff in the company and I had everybody use their input to make things better. Whether it be in a questionnaire, whether it be via email, or whether it be in a general meeting where everybody is present, the main thing that I allow them to get involved in the decision making, and therefore whatever changes I want to make as a director will become easier because I know following what my people want. So having a democratic approach to teamwork is also important. Synergy is achieved when two or more people work together to create a better solution than either could alone. Although there are many, three of the largest roadblocks to synergy are ignorance, cliques, and prejudice. And these are things that face in the workplace, and these are things that happens in group. One member might be ignorant. One member might be a part of a different group of people. One member might be prejudiced against another person or so forth. Team tools. So we have simple tools that we learn in primary school. Raise your hand if you have a question. Don't just split it out. Stay silent. If you don't have nothing good to contribute, stay silent. Circle up. So instead of everybody sitting on my desk, let's circle and face each other. Knee to knee, eye to eye. Back in place. So we will rearrange the area so that it is back in the proper order. And consensus. This is very important when making decision that I have a general consensus of all my team members that we are all on the same page. Now we're talking about consensus. This is a good decision-making method. A consensus is when all members of the group fully accept and support the decisions. Ideas must be thoroughly discussed and understood by all team members. A major problem with achieving consensus is that it is very time-consuming. To get everybody's opinions and ideas and belief about something can lengthen the decision-making process. Therefore, it is not used for all decisions. Sometimes the autocratic method or democratic method are better for the situation. So an autocratic approach is I, as director, might make a quick decision without consulting anybody. And a democratic method is when I include my members of staff with me. Now, democratic method will work best for major changes that will directly affect staff and work. However, if the water dispenser breaks in the kitchen and I need somebody to repair it, I shouldn't go asking everybody if I should repair it or not repair it. I know I have to do it, so I'll take an autocratic approach for that. However, if it means my workers must be shifted to other departments and salary cuts are involved, I may want to include them because these are the situations that affect them. So now we look at the role of team in the workplace. Teams in a workplace are formed for different purposes. 4 common types of team exist. Ad hoc teams, which is a temporary team brought together to solve one problem. Functional teams, where all members have similar skills and expertise, although they would not be able to perform each other's job. They solve problems based on their understanding of the work to be done and each team member's unique contribution. We have cross-functional teams, consist of workers from different areas within a company who are assigned to work on a variety of problems. Members are selected based on their expertise and ability to make a unique and meaningful decision or contribution. Then we have multifunctional teams, which have been cross-trained so that each person is able to perform duties of the other team members. So I may have a graphic designer who is also into the marketing department. We can easily merge his work into marketing and make it a multifunctional team. Each of the previous team could perform as a self-directed team. It is an empowered team that makes decisions independently of management. The self-directed team is given full responsibility for carrying out its assignment. The members of the team must set work-related goals and objectives. They identify priorities, set budgets, develop work plans, and solve problems. Self-directed team evaluate their own progress and often hire, train, and evaluate their team members. Now we have the stages that is involved in teams. Team development evolves in stages. One way to identify these stages is the following set of terms. Stage 1, we have the forming stage. Stage 2, we have the storming stage. Stage 3, we have the norming stage. And stage 4, we have the performing stage. A good thing to note is that all these words rhymes: forming, storming, norming, and performing. Stage 1, forming, known as the organizational stage. At this stage, team members become acquainted and discuss the purpose of the team. May be excited about being chosen for the team. May feel uncomfortable, afraid to speak, and full of doubts. And may feel good about what the team can do. Then we have stage 2, which is storming. And this is characterized by the lack of direction. At this stage, the team members question why the team was formed, find it hard to work together and make decisions, may mistrust or not understand what is going on with one another, and may have personality clashes and arguments, may talk behind others' back. You find storming happening even in the classroom. Then stage 3 is the norming. What do you think norming means? Hardest of the 4 stages to identify. At this stage, the team members begin to work together and leaders emerge. Openly discuss issues, listen to one another and become more involved. Feel good about themselves and the team. Accept the team's decision and are willing to carry out or to work hard to carry them out. Then we have performing. Performing is known as full speed ahead. At this stage, the team members are committed to the team and the organization. Take responsibilities for making improvement and examine the best way for the team to function. Stay focused and work for the common goal. So this is where members of the group or the team actually perform their jobs on what they have to do. And they work at maximum efficiency. So what are characteristics of a good team member? Works for consensus on decisions. Shares openly and authentically with others regarding personal feelings, opinions, thoughts, and perceptions about problems and conditions. So someone who don't hide something, somebody who's always open is a good team member. Involves others in the decision-making process. So one good characteristics of a team member is the fact that they involve people in the decision making. Trust, supports, and has genuine concern for others in the team, for other team members. So let's say I'm in a team and one of my coworkers have a medical issue, and I can be a bad team member and be totally ignorant to his condition and pressure him regardless of his state, or I can be supportive and give him work that will be efficiently done in his state, right? I can have a kind of mercy towards his state. Owns. A good team member owns problem rather than blaming it on others. When listening, attempts to hear and interpret communication from others' point of view. So a good team member, or characteristic of a good team member, is somebody who hear and interpret communication and see other people's point of view. It influences others by involving them in the issue. So team success factors. Successful team shares 6 characteristics. The team success factors can be found in every stage of development, helping the team advance from one stage to the next. They are powerful contributors to a team's effectiveness by focusing on these 6 factors. Purpose. We have a purpose. Once we have a purpose, we can achieve success. The basic component of any team or team mission. Without purpose, team members do not know what they are supposed to do. Purpose gives the team direction, identity, focus. Then we have process. Refers to the way a team identifies a problem, develops a solution, analyzes data, or reaches agreement. With process, a team can meet goals, make decisions, plan and organize its work. So the way in which a team do something to help the situation, to alleviate the problem, or to reach the goal is referred to as the process, okay? And mainly processes are involved to solve problems. Maybe that's the reason the team was formed in the first place, to solve a particular problem. Communication now is another key aspect of teamwork. The exchange of ideas and feelings in a way that respects everyone's contribution. This is communication. When team members communicate effectively, they encourage cooperation among themselves, promote continuous improvement, and help to prevent and resolve conflict. Bad communication is the main root and cause of all conflicts. Commitment is another success factor. How committed are these team members towards getting this goal done? Willingness to give 100% of yourself. Are you willing to commit to your team? Commitment can build belief in team and its goals. Then we have involvement. Everyone should be encouraged to participate. Ensuring involvement means the team benefits from the skills and talents of all members, values individual differences, and encourages input that may help it meet goals or solve problems. Okay, so involvement is when we have everybody in it. We have everybody doing something based on their skills, abilities, and talents, and we value these differences to help reach this goal. Trust. Trust is another success factor, and trust is very important when working with people. Team members have expectations and assumptions about each other. It is your belief that the team members will live up to their promises. So if there's a particular person in my team that tells me he will be on time every day and work with me to ensure that we get this goal done, then I would have trust in him. But if he lets me down, I will lose my trust. Trust allows a team to take risks, try new ideas, and take greater initiatives. So in teams, we have now constructive and destructive roles. 7 constructive team member information given seeker, which provides and or seek data, evidence, and experiences necessary to solve the problem and complete the task. So somebody who gives and seeks information, look for ways and evidence to solve a problem or to complete a task. Your opinion giver and says his or her beliefs, attitudes, and judgments, or seeks those of others. Elaborate. Uses examples, illustrations, analogies, and explanation to build on and or clarify other ideas. Reviewer. Summarizes important issues as necessary. We have encourager or inspirer. Praises and agrees with others when appropriate, promotes a comfortable interpersonal climate. Task manager orients the group to the task at hand when members lose focus, helps them get back on track and on the task. And lastly, we have the investigator. Ask questions to get information and opinions from others. Encourages everyone to participate and be a part of the decision. Needs to be careful about asking too many questions and keeping the team from moving to the next task. Right? So the 7 constructive team member rules are, and I'll repeat them: information giver and seeker, opinion giver and seeker, elaborator, reviewer, encourager or inspirer, task minder, and investigator. Now we have the destructive team member rules. Storyteller and gossiper, and this is common and I'm sure everybody can relate to this. Tells irrelevant stories and anecdotes that distract the team. Recognition seeker calls attention to his or her achievements, steals attention from other members and from tasks. However, sometimes his or her behavior reminds others they need to be recognized. If each member gets attention for time to time, motivation may be increased. The dominator monopolizes team interaction, asserts authority, superiority throughout manipulation techniques. Withdrawer backs down when anyone challenges his or her own views. Submits ideas tentatively regardless of quality. Negative protester takes pride in pointing out the weakness of any idea, consistently disagrees and opposes. Sometimes his or her arguments block the group's harmony and ability to complete tasks. Comic. Active to relieve tension, can find humor and take away the drudgery out of work. At times, may get the team off task and detract from its focus. Now we have 5 ways to inhibit destructive rules. Avoid encouragement of the rule. Team members often encourage a destructive rule by laughing at the story, paying attention to a dominator, and allowing negativism to monopolize the discussion. By taking away the encouragement of the destructive rules, a team can easily get back on task. Focus on the task. A member can direct the team by saying something like, "We need to try and get this done." Ask yourself, what am I going to do to support the destructive rule? Beginning judgment may cause the withdrawal or negativist rule to emerge. Avoidance of the task on the part of the team may cause a storyteller, gossiper role to emerge. Non-involvement or apathy on your part may allow the dominator role to emerge. By changing the dynamics of the situation and by getting more involved in a constructive way, you may be able to prevent the adoption of destructive roles. Use humor. Destructive roles can cause friction on a team. Use humor to relieve tension and to change the course of discussion. Get back to the task. Adopt a constructive role. Generally, by adopting a constructive manner, you can effectively counteract any of the destructive roles. So these are the 5 ways to inhibit a destructive role, and I will repeat them: to avoid encouragement of the role, to focus on the task. So ask yourself, what am I going to do to support a destructive role? And if I have an insight of what I'm going to do and it is destructive, stop doing it. Use humor and adopt a constructive role. So this takes me to the end of this tutorial on teamwork. I hope it was helpful, and I hope that you pause the video and make the necessary notes that is needed in order for you to study, especially prepare for your exams. So when you're done taking your notes and reading the material that I have posted for you, I do hope that you attempt all the questions that is in the forum for you. So thank you for watching this video tutorial.